So
Hi.
Oh shit!
Holy shit! Holy
Welcome to the Horror Show.
That's Andrew Mercer.
Oh man.
That's gonna be dangerous.
What happened?
I don't know. I gotta make sure we're all gonna be on cam.
Hi guys.
All right, Marsha, you're gonna have to swivel just a little bit further.
Swivel it.
This is dangerous.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's dangerous.
You're
Just a
dangerous.
little
It's not even
bit.
going yet.
I'm just
Oh
saying.
my God, we
it's
got
gonna
comments.
It's
We
gonna get
have
loud.
I got it.
My phone.
You need
So,
your phone.
imagine if my face was replaced with this.
Where's your phone?
I don't know. I didn't put my phone.
Where'd you put your phone?
We
No,
can't
where'd you
reach
put-
it.
where'd
Oh,
you
that's
put
not
your
it, that's not
phone?
it.
That's my phone. That's my nice phone.
My phone.
That's not it. That's not it.
That's been sitting around for all
Don't
the
throw
time.
that at me.
Hi everybody.
Look who's
Hi,
back!
everybody.
We love Marsha Parker
Nice
and
to
happy to have her here today. We also have Mr. Mesa,
I'm
Mesa
here.
and Cecil Laird.
But
Yeah, she's lots of pregnant.
Marsha's got your back right now.
No, that's a dope shirt.
I got it at.
She's
Walmart.
always waiting for Andrew.
Man, the best deals are at Walmart.
Always
guys.
waiting for
Go and
Andrew.
give that family
Sonny
the
Boy,
money.
I think I like really.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa, relax.
Marsha is waiting
All
to
right,
stab
ready?
and
Holy
carve
crap.
things.
Oh man, the camera's way better than I thought it was. Okay.
Ah.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm introverted.
And we are here doing two separate things. First off, we're recording today's podcast, and we're doing today's live stream with you guys. If you're listening to it audibly and you want to see the picture, go to youtube.com/The Horror Show channel. If you're on The Horror Show and you haven't, go to iTunes and subscribe to our podcast.
Poor
Why haven't you done that?
Why haven't you done it yet,
We
guys?
love you guys so
Just
much.
search for The Horror Show podcast on iTunes and you will find our logo and you will freaking subscribe to it, please. Guys, we are here to carve some pumpkins and answer some questions.
Yes. So we will carve pumpkins as we are just kind of doing a regular, kind of
Sandra says make them scary.
yeah.
Make them scary. Well, we're
make
gonna
them
give
scary.
we're gonna give a little bit of a preview of what everyone's gonna do. So first off, hello, Jennifer Delaney,
Jennifer, sing
um,
I'm not saying
Sam
it.
Power, Sandra is here. Sandra Wheelbrainer.
Rubber Soul.
Rubber Soul.
Yeah,
Ashley.
Rob.
Ashley
Hello.
October.
Ashley October. Yay, I made it to a live stream.
Yes,
Mark
Ashley's
Pearson,
awesome.
hey guys, Amanda Stone, fun. Ms. Morning, hello everyone.
Does she spell it like? Does she spell it like
Brittany
somebody
Lee.
being in mourning?
This is for you,
I
Brittany.
better see some hands in there pulling out some pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick my hand
Alright.
so far into this pumpkin.
So let's talk about what each of us are going to do. I am going to tell what I'm going to do.
Excited.
And I teamed up with none other than Rubber Soul himself, Rob.
Yes.
And I asked him, hey, Rob, have you got a couple of minutes to spare within the next 3 hours before our live stream? Because I have an idea that I'd like to run past you.
He did say he was bored on.
Luckily, he had posted on his Facebook that he was bored.
I'm bored.
And so I was like, hey, I have an idea for a sketch. Would you mind doing it? And I'm going to try and put it on the pumpkin. And not only that, but I
Try
believe
being
I'm going to
keyboard.
put it on the on a future horror show shirt as well. But this is what it's going to, in a
Hopefully.
perfect world, look like.
That's actually one of my favorite movies of all time.
Right
Directed
there.
by Clint Eastwood, stars Michael.
That's what I'm going to try and put on my pumpkin.
What are you talking about?
And if I get to it on the
Look,
back,
I'm like, Robert Eugene.
if I have enough time on the back, I'm going to put a Mr. Meeseeks as well.
Yeah. And I recommend everybody watch A Perfect World, starring Kevin Costner, directed by Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
All right,
is
I don't know.
completely off topic.
I don't
Andrew,
know who he's
The,
playing.
What are
the,
you
the
doing?
kid is wearing a
Okay.
Casper the Ghost costume. That's kind of in June.
So I'm gonna do a front side and a back side, but I'm doing Rick and Morty. I don't know
What's
if you
the
can see it.
backside?
I don't know if you can see it, but it's Rick and Morty. I'm not getting up. I don't feel like getting up.
No shit.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
a massive pumpkin.
It
What are
really
you
is.
doing,
What are you doing,
So,
Primer?
so I'm well, he's kind of like pre-drawn, but I'm doing a vampire. That's right, a vampiro pumpkino. Yeah, that's definitely not,
What?
not proper.
What does that even say?
I don't know.
What?
I'm just trying to rhyme shit. I'm doing a vampire pumpkin, so there you go.
He's doing
Uh,
a vampire pumpkin.
The pumpkin doesn't grow far from the tree.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't approve of that
I don't
message.
know.
Oh, Marsha Parker.
I'm Cecil, and I do not approve that message.
I'm gonna do Cecil Laird.
Whoa.
Oh! Wait, what does that mean? I think it's a little late for that
That's
message.
inappropriate.
I think you're beyond.
Oh, gooey.
What?
Bye, Brittany.
You're
Good
beyond
work.
Your
Really?
insides are so gooey.
Chase Smith says RIP headphones. Sorry.
Oh,
what you
we
get.
too loud?
That's what you get.
Sorry.
So I guess we're
left?
starting? Is that
Oh,
what
yeah.
we're doing?
I'm making holes,
Marsha took the
baby.
lead, so guys, what's your favorite horror movies of the year been, everybody?
Oh, they are asking us questions, I'm sure,
I'm sure.
and I am being a poor host.
Do we have tape? Can we get some tape?
Up your butt around the
you
corner,
really
we
gonna-
can.
I
Are
got
you
glue.
really gonna tape a pumpkin, sir?
Yeah. Fucking tape a pumpkin.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird, Andrew.
I don't care.
Wow. I don't give a fuck.
Perfect. This pumpkin's nice and thick.
Hey!
Hi-yo.
Brady's gonna come in here any minute.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to make it PG-13. So.
Alright, wait, here we go.
For the anticipation of Brady's arrival, we will try,
Oh, my pumpkin is gushing
try
water.
to keep it PG-13.
When is the 1922 review?
Well, apparently I'm the only one who watched it, guys.
So we're going to be doing a live Hail to Stephen King not very long after this. Maybe a little bit after this.
Not very long, maybe a little bit after.
I was talking with
Where'd
Shooter.
the pen go?
Right.
I think his name is Shooter McKay on the YouTubes,
Somebody might
but Andres, he's an
okay.
awesome dude from Sweden, and him and I were talking about this performance from Thomas Jane and just how fucking good it is. I mean, he basically
1922?
for 1922
I
he
fell
does like
asleep.
he does transformation. Well, I mean, you know, it's a slow burn, and if you're not a fan of the source material, you probably won't like love the hell out of this. But then again,
I
a lot
never
of
read
people.
the source material, so
Yeah.
like.
But I mean, a lot of people didn't really like Gerald's game either because of the fact that they thought it was too slow. So
I liked
it's of,
that one.
It's of a similar vein,
I really liked.
and it's a
Gerald's
period piece. So
I just thought that it took them a while to, because they kill off the white. Well, I guess you were doing a thing about it.
We're
but
going to the zombie walk next weekend?
No.
Nope.
No.
oh, I saw Cypher last night at that concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How's he doing?
he seems to be doing good. He was asking a lot of questions about the show. So.
Oh.
Did you answer?
Hey, your pen ran out of ink already. This is a worthless piece of shit. This is a worthless piece of shit.
It cost me $2.
What?
What do you want?
No, it's literally out, and I'm frustrated because now I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out. I'm out.
Use your eyes.
I'm
Oh, son
out.
of a bitch. All right.
Once you use your paper, you like printed it for a reason, right?
Whoa.
All right, I'm gonna have to freehand it. I'm gonna free ball this.
Free balling.
Cause
Hey,
I'm
Lily
free.
Horror Show. What up,
Free
Dino?
balling. Yeah,
Hey,
late
congratulations,
horror
guys.
show.
Dino of the Late Horror Show launched his Patreon today.
Oh,
Bitchin'.
yay.
So
Yeah.
go support the Late Horror Show
Yeah.
Patreon. Go follow him and make sure you support that. We are going to be getting our Patreon going sometime after October.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm so far behind everyone. Oh my god. But
It's
yeah,
not a
I need
contest.
to cut the top off.
I know.
I know I do. Jeez.
Oh, I need a big knife. I need a big old knife.
Here.
Well, here, no, I got knives for everyone.
Oh, what?
No, I didn't. I
Yeah,
got
give me
Wait
that,
a
give me
minute.
that.
He did not.
I'll do what I can with this.
Save yourself.
Yeah.
So,
GI.
pumpkin juice.
So who all has already carved pumpkins this year, guys? Are they rotting in your front yards already?
Yeah, who's carved pumpkins? What have you carved? What have you done? What's cool? What's good? What's
Yeah.
good, homie?
Who's paying attention to
I am.
I am.
Late Horror Show says new commentary this week. Awesome.
Nice.
Congrats, Dina. Someone is bringing up Channel Zero. Channel Zero has been my favorite horror movie or horror thing this year. Says Chase Smith.
I
Okay.
haven't followed it yet.
I haven't watched the No End
recorded.
House, but what I saw
Oh,
from
actually, I'm a
Brittany,
liar.
Brittany watched the first episode.
I watched the first. I did watch the first episode of Liar. Now, when you said that,
How was that?
Marsha Parker, official liar.
Yeah, look at the little tiny thing.
I
That's
liked
what she
it.
said.
I thought it was a good start. It's very different from the first one, which makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it's like in.
Well, you know, it is a completely different story and all that.
Yeah.
Year.
I said it makes sense.
I wouldn't kick her out of bar.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed or anything, but
Well,
Has anyone ever seen the movie called The Stoned Age? My God, that movie's so shitty. But there's some very funny lines in it. It's like the poor man's Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, great way to go. Bring up a bad movie. Good.
No, I've been quoting it all week with Jacoby.
Oh, great.
He's like, who the fuck is that?
How do I crack this nut? This big orange nut.
You're gonna have such a hard time.
I got it.
Because you have no stuff.
You have no stump.
I have the best stuff. Look at that.
Don't tell me that I don't have a stump.
Mm-hmm.
My stump is bigger than your stump.
My stump is much bigger than yours. My stump can walk right through the door.
Did you make your hole small? Because I made my hole small too.
Really small. Oh, feeling so pure.
Oh, it's disgusting. Oh my god.
It's so good.
It's got your streaming back bumble.
Happy Halloween. Follow and subscribe. I am Dr. Graveghoul, and thank you, Horror Show. All right, Video Occult. Awesome.
Well, sure, why not?
Dr. Graveghoul. I like it. Ms. Morning, the bigger the pumpkin, the more work it is. Thicker walls and more guts. I can handle it.
That's what I
Work hard.
Maybe we should leave the thicker
Woo!
ones to the women.
Oh, that is thick.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that. Look at that comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got thick walls, baby. Thick walls.
No!
Just like your mother.
How
Oh!
dare you?
Terrible.
What's happening?
Oh, I don't want to get in and scoop all that. Ew, it's like brain matter.
Dirty Max.
I smashed a pumpkin despite all my rage. All right, Rob.
Nice, Rob.
Despite all my rage, I still smash a pumpkin in a cage. Stone Age, now I have BOC stuck in my head.
Haha, yes, they appear in the post credits. Good shit. Who
Um,
said that?
that was War Poodle 2600.
Yeah, somebody.
Chase
Hey,
Smith.
man, these are our chicks.
Chase Smith, RIP headphones again. Really?
Yo, bro, turn your shit down.
Yeah, bro. Turn your shit down.
Come
What
on,
does
bro.
that mean? Nobody
The-
ever
the-
hears us.
The thing is way over there. Like, how can it be like so blown out?
You want to hear blown out? Oh, should I do it?
I think
No.
we should.
I should go over
No.
there and blow
Do
it out.
it, do
Don't,
it,
don't.
do it.
Oh shit, your beard.
Oh no.
Oh
What
no!
are you guys doing?
Party foul!
What the hell?
Party
It's
foul!
everywhere. Fuego, go. Take care of it.
Go, fuego!
Take care
Go,
of
go, get your fuego!
Well, okay.
And I was like,
Have three
I was
naps.
like,
Lexi's
when-
getting drunk.
it. Lexi.
You will now see a drunk dog on the horror show.
Get
This.
drunk.
Oh, Brittany's probably still watching. Great.
No, no,
Hi,
she said
Brittany.
Just kidding.
she said she had to go back.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Everything's fine.
That reminds me of that Tool song. Just kidding.
I was like, why does it smell like beer?
Oh my god. Oh, I don't want to do this.
Do
I get
it.
so skeeved out by this. Oh
That's what she said.
god.
Why
That's
aren't
what
you
she
using
said.
your thingy?
I did.
That's what she said.
This thing? The scooper?
Oh, well, whatever.
Well, whatever.
I'd rather complain.
You're welcome.
It's funny. Our shit's come in her fucking chamber.
You're welcome.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
why are you just gonna dump that in there?
Oh, because that's where all
Why
the,
you gotta do
that's
that?
where all the Grimsness is going.
Yeah,
I gotta wash my hand.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you must keep your hands as is
Oh,
to keep the purity.
Did we do my next step?
Yeah. Okay. So, you got it.
Oh my god, he almost killed me.
Did I?
Ugh, gross.
I got my next step.
Someone want to check the
Yeah, I was going to say.
Andrew?
What is the group saying?
LOL, pumpkin guts. R.I.P. beer.
Yeah,
You guys should
except
practice.
R.I.P. beer is exactly right.
We're
Ugh.
talking about Sick Girl. The Sick Girl any good?
What is sick?
I don't
girl?
even know what Sick Girl
It's a
is.
full-length indie film, I guess.
Haven't heard of it, so
Yes,
haven't
please
seen it.
give us links in the comments, y'all,
Yeah, really.
so we can properly. Yes.
Link to Sick Girl for us.
I read.
Oh my god, my hand hurts.
I know Sick Boys, which is a really
Telling
good
you, this works
social
way
distortion
better.
song.
This works way better.
Sick
Oh
Boys.
no, I'm getting a lot done. I mean, if you look at my bowl, it's
Who's
crazy.
this?
It's crazy.
I watched on my
Sorry,
pumpkin
Marcia.
with you.
like it.
All right, let's see here. That's not it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, I lost my phone.
Oh, there's no more marker, is there?
I mean, you can try.
Good luck with that.
I just didn't get a chance to use it.
Jeez, I thought this was properly cut, and it's apparently just not wanting to comply and cooperate.
Well,
Motherfucker.
No.
I've almost got everything out of here, actually.
So, everybody, who has seen Trick or Treat? Who has seen the fantastic anthology film entitled Trick or Treat?
Yeah, and make sure,
We have
guys.
both a
Remember the
spoiler-
rules of Trick or Treat. Do not smash any pumpkins this Halloween.
Yeah.
Or Sam will
Sam
come
Hain
after you.
will come get you.
Sam Hain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the name of
remember?
the- That's the name of the kid.
That's the
The
name of the
weird
kid,
little, like,
but that's not the name of the
pumpkin.
holiday, right? Because so many people are like,
Well,
it's Shawin.
it's technically it's pronounced Samhain, and it's just really funny because I'm a big Danzig fan, and after the Misfits, before Danzig solo, he did a group called Sam Hain, and he mispronounced it because it's technically Samhain. He even says on the first record, he's like, blah blah blah, Sam Hain has come, and then everybody gave him shit for the mispronunciation. I know that Rob is also from the same area of the country, so.
I got it.
I've got the guts, and lots of little bitty seeds. If you bake them with
Marsha, what have you been
little
watching?
garlic
So,
and a little
So,
salt.
Fuego, you were going to be doing a review of 1922, but Marsha, you will not be joining in. Why?
I fell asleep.
Because it's a slow movie.
It
It's
was
a
really,
very, very slow movie.
Really slow.
I mean, the story in itself is basically this guy, Mr. James something. And anyway, played by Thomas Jane. Yeah, exactly. And he's in this little hotel room, basically recanting killing his wife and how his son helped him, and it's more so a drama than anything else. I mean, there's the stuff with the rats
That's a
and
bummer.
where he feels like, no, it's not a bummer at all, man. I mean, think of Green Mile and Shawshank and stuff like that. It's in a similar vein. Interesting thing though, guys, it takes place in Hemingford Home, which is the place where Mother Abigail lived. And so it's in
really?
Yeah, it's in Nebraska, so it takes place in that same tiny little town in 1922 when she would presumably still be alive, provided it's that Stephen King universe. Because he's got all his. It's almost like fucking DC, man, where it's like there's so many alternate Stephen King universes. It's crazy. So, speaking of which, Ragnarok is very, very fast approaching, and the reviews have been good.
Ragnarok is what?
Fast approaching. It's almost out. It's almost time for Thor.
Oh,
Ragnarok.
Thor, you mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Directed by the director of What We Do in the Shadows, Mr. Taika Waititi, who also did What the Hunt for the Wilder People. He did Eagle vs. Shark. None of this is scary shit, but everybody loves What We Do in the Shadows, rightfully so. We got to talk to two of the people from that film last year at Mad Monster, which was a whole ton of fun.
yeah.
One in particular
Brady is here.
wanted to marry Susie Van Slaughter, which was kind of funny. He was like, "Come to the Grand Canyon with me," and she's like, "What?"
So Jennifer Delaney says Sci-Fi Channel was playing Nightmare on Elm Street, but the series backwards.
Really?
War Poodle says, has anyone... Okay, we talked about Sick Girl. When you yell, there's a static spike in your mic. Well, sorry.
Static flag in your
Thank you,
mind.
Horror Show. You guys are extremely awesome.
You guys are too for tuning in and chilling with us, man.
Pumpkin
We love it.
Guts. No, not that episode of Masters of Horror. Are you beer? Yeah, okay, sorry.
Best episode of Masters of Horror is the one that I think we are still waiting to premiere on the channel. It's called Cigarette Burns, and it's.
Oh, I thought I already finished that one.
Did
Yeah,
you?
we haven't premiered it
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't premiered
Oh.
yet. Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
I
got,
did edit that one.
Yeah, it's
God.
it's got everybody's favorite dude from The Walking Dead and Boondock Saints. Yeah. Directed by John Carpenter, and fucking A, I love that short film. It is so good. It's about basically a film that when people watch it, they go like batshit crazy in terms
Sinister
of.
Cinema Reviews is here.
Yeah, Jason, what up, dude?
Doc the Metal Freak is here.
I don't know how that got there. I'm
Yeah,
not touching it. I'm
Mark
not touching
Pearson,
it.
Amanda
Yeah.
Stone, and
Wait till
Brady's
the ball
here. Marsha, pumpkin version of Jason Voorhees.
Ah, okay. I think I finally cleared this bastard out. My hands are slimy and nice. Very good.
I'm not sure if I should just try
watch
freehand.
Hocus Pocus.
Well, this Friday we
Oh,
have.
I just bought Hocus Pocus. I got a double disc.
What happened
set
to the
No.
for
Target?
like
Oh, you
$10.
got the
Really?
You know the one that
At Target.
the one that
Nice.
the one that I've been wanting to watch is the one with Angelica Houston. It's called
The Witches?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't seen
I love
that. I
that
haven't seen that in
movie.
a long
That
time.
movie creeped me
I didn't
out
like that one. When
day.
they all turned into rats, it fucked me up.
Yeah, it keeps like popping up in so many of these like best of lists that I've been seeing.
It was good though because of there was a
the
lot of
practical was
practical.
really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it was like the late '80s. Yeah.
And
It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
Sarah Jessica Parker back when she was hot and not all used up by Matthew Broderick.
Whoa.
Tell me how you're doing.
Sorry.
Are you?
No,
Right.
really. Every joke is half the truth.
Ashley October asks, because again this is a Q&A. Do you guys like Repo the Genetic Opera? I've never seen it.
Fucking love it, Ashley. We actually did
What's the little
some
spoon?
coverage at Mad Monster a couple years ago when we talked to Ogre and a few other people who were involved in the film. I just love the fact that Giles from Buffy is like saying his ass off and doing such a great job. Another viewer named Vanessa actually turned me on to it's like the Devil's Carnival or something. It's from the same guy who did Repo. I have not seen it as of yet, but she was like adamantly recommending it to me a few months ago, and so that's one thing that is so cool about the horror show is that stuff that even occasionally slips under our radars, we have diligent and really, I guess, avid viewers that recommend stuff to us that sometimes we, see lost in the shuffle, which is cool. So,
Yeah.
Devil's Carnival, awesome, and yeah, I can't talk enough about Repo. Repo is bitchin', man. I love it. Love it.
God damn it. Where's the small cutters?
God damn it. Where
God
are
damn
the
it.
small
I
cutters?
fucked this up so bad already. It's unbelievable.
So, is there press for Jigsaw, Cecil? Are you?
No, they said they are not doing a screening for Jigsaw.
Interesting. So, you guys probably got to see that Cecil debuted the very first, 7 days of Halloween, I think?
8 days, bitch!
of Halloween. Okay.
There's 8 movies,
There's
motherfucker.
8 movies, okay. So, essentially, him and Brittany Lee got to review and rewatch all of the Saw films. I've
The
only
first
seen,
7, yeah?
Yeah, I've only seen the first 2, so I was not on that particular train. But everybody tells me that the 7th entry, you in particular also were telling me that 7th film was pretty fucking good, man.
I really enjoyed the 7th film a lot more than I remembered enjoying it, specifically because of the end. I'll be totally honest. I thought the end was like way more satisfying than the movies had up till that point led up to be. Oh fuck! I'm gonna fuck this up. All right.
It happens all too often with these pumpkins because there's like no turning back with a living fruit.
Oh.
I don't think it's living anymore.
No, it's definitely dead.
Yeah, I totally fucked this up.
Just keep going.
No,
Keep on,
no,
Rob.
Just go, man. Just go, man.
Oh man, this thing's gonna be terrible.
Just go, man. Wow, that's really warm.
Power through.
Oh no.
Power
Did you hear what I
through.
said? There's no
I
such
fucked it
thing
up,
as
Rob. I
that.
fucked it up.
Easy on it.
Sorry, Marsha. I'm
No,
sorry. I'm
really
sorry.
good,
Go ahead.
Marsha.
I'm really disappointed with myself. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as
Slimy
mistakes,
beer.
just happy
Slimy beer.
accident.
Happy accident.
Sure.
That's what Bob Ross
I don't
said.
want any.
That's what Bob Ross says.
Who the fuck is Bob Ross?
He's a stand-up, right?
Oh
my god, get out.
Right?
Get
Get
out.
out of this
Get
house.
the fuck out.
How can you call yourself
Are
a
you guys-
creative?
A creative.
Because I'm not super familiar with a stand-up comedian named Bob Ross.
No.
Yes,
He's
because you're not
famous.
familiar with a stand-up comedian named Bob Ross.
I'm mildly familiar with him.
He's not a comedian.
Is
He's
it?
art.
He tells happy little jokes. Fuego.
But haven't they had him on like all the roasts of like different people?
No.
No.
So who the fuck am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Jeff.
You're just,
Jeff Ross. Okay, no, I don't know.
or Bob Saget.
No, Bob.
No, I was
Bob,
thinking
Bob
of Jeff
Saget
Ross.
on the Aristocrats, I think it was, where they were all riffing on that nasty joke of the whole family fucking each other. Terrible.
I don't know that.
Anyway,
God damn it! I messed this up so bad.
yeah.
Now it's just gonna be a shitty generic pumpkin.
You're welcome.
Fuck.
You're welcome. Hey, so guys, I have to say,
Disappointed.
one of my favorite horror films of the year is still The Girl Without the Gifts.
Really?
Yeah.
Go without the gifts.
With all
With
the gifts.
all the gifts.
Yeah.
I
Who
know,
is
it's
who
not
has
what it
seen
sounds
it?
Marsha hated it.
I know she hated it.
Ugh.
You and
Sometimes Martian and I
you
see
and your
eye to eye.
A24 movies.
That's not an A24 though.
Isn't it?
It felt in the vein of A24.
Oh.
I still
Okay,
never
this
saw
thing
a
is
ghost
not
story.
lasting.
Dude, I
Very long.
fucked this
What
so up.
Ghost
Oh,
story.
it's such
No,
a
I
bummer,
haven't
man.
seen it yet.
That's on the home.
I'm gonna
release
cut
now.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut myself.
Cut my life into pieces.
All right, I'm gonna just start over on this side.
This is my last beyond.
All right.
I don't even think there's an open knife for me to use, is
Has
there?
anyone seen Stage Fright?
Um,
that spells hymen. Long
yeah,
yes.
no, that's Mr. Rod, isn't it? Stage fright shit. That's not the one with Frodo and no, that's like Grand Piano or something like that, right? The one that has John Cusack and Elijah Wood. Who's seen that movie? That movie is fucking rad status, man. Where if he misses a single note, he's gonna get killed. Yeah, that's a damn good movie.
Tyler S asks, "Hi all, happy October. Have any of you seen Rod Serling's Night Gallery?"
No.
I watched some of it. Sterling is the same guy who did Twilight Zone, and so after the Twilight Zone ended, he started doing like a slightly more serious anthology series, which was Night Gallery. And I've heard good things, but unfortunately, that's one that, along with Monsters, which was a excuse me, sprout off from Tales from the Dark Side, if I'm not mistaken. Both of those.
What are you
I've not
talking
watched,
about,
so-
Cecil? That looks fine.
Yeah, dude.
I can't get his teeth going with that.
Can I borrow one of
I
your
fucked
cutting
it up.
devices?
I needed to
Is
get
it-
lower with his teeth.
Thank you, mate.
It's a big one. It's a big one.
That's what she said.
It's a biggie.
All you had to do is like this, like.
Bye, Sam Power. Thanks for.
Sam Power has the raddest name. I always think of Max Power like every goddamn time.
They're leaving, so.
You're leaving.
Tyler S, have you? No, I already said that. Leslie McCann is here. Hey.
Yay.
Woo! Down to the Yizzle.
Have you watched Dogs? I watched Dog Soldiers recently. Have you guys seen it? Yes,
Neil
I've seen
Marshall.
it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good. I mean, that's pretty good.
Okay.
I'm much more
Scared me
excited
as a
about
kid.
his attempt at a Hellboy film, honestly.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna just do. I'm just gonna do it flat out. Just fuck it then. Here we go with the easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
All right.
Turtles and a half pint.
Turtle power. Give you guys
Master
shits.
Splinter.
Have you seen The Raven? Yes, we actually did a review of The
Yeah,
Raven.
John Cusack.
I think I finished that one too.
Yep.
Okay. I still prefer the.
Favorite slasher movie? Ashley October asks, and she says hers is Urban Legend. Fuego.
Ashley and I have actually talked about Urban Legend on Twitter a few times, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
and-
snap!
No, it's
yeah?
fucking amazing, and the sheer fact that every
Yeah,
kill,
really?
no, she's super cool.
Of course.
Every
Sure she
kill,
Always up.
every kill is so distinctive and different and interesting. I mean, the one that I always think to is where the pop rocks and the fucking drain fluid, and I think it's Pacey from
Joshua Jackson.
Joshua Jackson, also seen on
He
Fringe.
does
and
have a name.
Dawson's
Fuego.
Creek. Okay, well, I was a Dawson guy all the time. Okay,
Of
so I
course
was
you were
not
a
a
Dawson.
big. Really, you were a
Peggy.
Pacey person.
Fuck yeah, Pacey was the best.
Oh fuck yeah!
He was funny,
No
he was
way,
cute.
no way. And it's funny how I only started watching Dawson's Creek because it aired immediately after Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I fell in love with Katie Holmes, and so that was why I got caught up in all the chicaneries and ridiculousness. Anyway,
I didn't think that she deserved either Dawson
No,
or
she was-
Pacey.
she was honestly kind of
To
an
be honest.
idiot by the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
anyway.
know what to do.
Get over yourself. Get over yourself.
Yeah, Urban Legend is great. As far as A Nightmare on Elm Street goes, a lot of people point to 3, but I always point to 4. You know, because it's got my favorite kill in the whole series with the waterbed, where he's like, "How's this for a wet dream?" and he drowns him in the waterbed, and he's fucking stuck in there at the end. That shit is awesome.
That's just repression on your part, though, Fuego.
Maybe a little bit.
Mhm.
No, I didn't get any action until I was like 18. So yeah, that
Yeah, I know
probably
Yeah.
why.
repression.
Probably why.
Yeah.
Shit. What else? Slasher. You know, I'm not the biggest slasher fan.
I
honestly,
love
man.
Michael Myers because he makes me laugh so hard. Like I just rewatched
With
the
his
first
stoic
one.
silliness.
Yes, because okay, so we just rewatched the first one, and I forgot about when he kills the one boyfriend with the glasses,
Yeah.
and he decides to put on a sheet over his head, put a sheet over himself, and then put the glasses on, and then just like stand there in the doorway, like,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's up? This is my costume."
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
he's so funny.
I I'd actually forgotten that he gets away in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, until I rewatched
Yeah,
it.
at the very end.
He always gets
Yeah.
away. He's fucking Michael Myers. Man.
Well, no, he gets killed sometimes.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it's almost similar to
You think
Jason
he's
in the
dead,
fact
but
where
he's
he becomes supernatural in like
Oh,
the
this is
later
so
installments
fucked
of the
up.
show.
I feel you, Cecil.
Yours is way more successful than mine, though.
Oh, mine's shitty. Shitty
Yeah, I was
titties.
gonna say mine is not super cool either. I'm disappointed.
Shitty
But
titties
we're
over
just
there.
happy to be spending time with you peeps. So,
Yeah, how you got there? What do you got
Yeah.
there? You got down there pumpkins?
You goddamn right, sir.
I think Andrew was talking to the audience for you.
And I decided as a.
No, you didn't. Shut up.
Okay.
What
Alright,
do
here
you
we
say, Cecil?
Yes.
Yes, man.
Yes. That's Queen, yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Open it up again.
So who's gonna be watching The Walking Dead?
Oh, fucking
Yeah,
bullshit.
guys. So we have the 100th episode of The Walking Dead this evening. We were talking about it shortly before we began the filming process. All Out War, hopefully it's going to redeem the boredom that was last season when they were on Easy Street and everything felt so neat.
I thought, I mean, last season had their ups and downs, but
Second half was okay.
I liked it when they were on target with the comic books, and then when they were off target, it was kind of like way off target.
Oh god, like the episode where Heath and Tara went like
and then
looking
where did
for
Heath
the.
go? Heath
Yeah.
is just gone.
Heath is totally
Nobody
disappeared.
gives a shit either.
Well, he's too busy playing Dr. Dre, and like his career is actually taking off. He was on the new 24 also.
Oh,
that
was
same,
he?
That same actor.
I recorded that and never watched it.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't very good.
But I think Pete just deleted it too.
No, I'm honestly curious because they're saying that this is going to be almost like an 80s action movie that's basically like sprawled out into a series. They're saying that season 8 is going to be violent and fun and all this stuff. So as somebody who's currently reading the Walking Dead comics for the first time, it's interesting seeing the parallels, but yet the changes that they made with adding new characters and stuff.
No!
Like, I mean, honestly, Marcia, I was laughing my ass off where Carol is like banging Tyrese, and then she wants to marry fucking Lori
Yeah.
and fucking Rick, and then she goes and like kisses a zombie, and I was just like,
She's
this
like,
character's
I'm gonna
terrible.
go hang out with the zombies
Yeah.
because nobody likes me. Cause I'm
I'm
weird.
glad you understand me, and then she goes and like tries to kiss the zombie. It's so dumb.
So bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
All right. It's gonna be the Empire Strikes Back of The Walking Dead.
Dun 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 dun.
Jeez, Smith. Walking Dead talk. Time to stare at the wall in Zone House.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for season 7, yeah. Honestly, nothing has compelled me that much since Terminus, so I'm still waiting.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Well, I guess the killing of Glenn was pretty.
Well, like I feel like there's been some pretty
You're
big
like, there's
on
been some significant shit.
like when
So-
Noah died, that was still pretty rough.
Noah was awesome, actually.
When Tyrese died.
So you see, that's what I'm curious as so basically in the comics right now, I'm about issue 50. So I'm right after the governor returned and they had the big fight and
Lori and the baby
they
died.
killed so many people. They killed fucking Herschel. They killed Axel. They killed Lori and the baby. It was almost like they were wiping the slate clean, and the only people left over were like Andrea and Dale didn't show back up for the fight, so you assume he's still alive.
Right.
Yeah, Tyrese got his head cut off, which was very brutal. I gotta say, it's just funny how they replaced other characters and gave the same beats. Like, I mean, a lot of T-Max or T-Bone's beats and stuff were like
T-Dog?
T-Dog, yeah, sorry.
T-Bone.
I said T-Bone, T-Max, sorry. A lot of his beats and were like Herschel beats in the comic book, or excuse me, Tyrese beats in the comic book. Same with lots of the Herschel and Dale stuff was like mushed together in the comic books, which I thought was interesting enough, I suppose. But interesting.
Well, technically, they weren't mushed in the comic books. They were the original storyline.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
Yeah, Fuego.
Yeah, so to be fair, the TV series basically
They-
borrows a lot
yeah.
from the source material, but tries to keep people on their toes with some of the changes, and so
Holy
it was
crap.
actually kind of
Oh, nice.
it was actually kind of refreshing though, because I felt like I knew what was going to happen. I still don't agree with you guys about the portrayal of the governor in the comic books, though, because while he was much more brutal, obviously, I felt the fact that he tried to hide his brutality so much more so, and they emphasized it more in the TV series. I found that kind of fascinating. He felt more like a politician to me, based on that.
I don't think you want to give up the fact that the governor was better in the.
No, he was kind of. I mean, God, Michonne fucked him up so bad.
Oh yeah, that's
with him taking out his eyeball, but she let him live.
Yep.
You know, and so when I saw him storm with the tank and everything in the comic books, I was just like, okay.
Pumpkins are coming good, baby.
If y'all had to turn a horror movie into a musical, what would it be? Says Amanda Stone. That's a good question.
Well, they already did the Evil Dead musical, so I can't say that.
You know, I'd have to go with, I think the most ready-made one for a musical would be one made by a guy that knows how to make a musical.
Joss Whedon?
Yeah, I would say Cabin in the Woods
Ah.
would work as a musical.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you there.
Because they're playing with so many tropes already.
Tons of them, in fact.
That they can be self-referential and make fun songs out of the horror tropes.
I would say Alien 2.
What?
Aliens, really? With the Marines?
Alien 2, yeah. Or Aliens, yeah. Just because if my favorite person, Bill Paxton, was alive,
Yeah, rest
it
in
would
peace
be
for him.
hilarious, right?
I love Bill Paxton. God damn it. Game over, man. Game over.
Game over. You can just see it. Game over. Game over. Game over.
We got it. Game over. Game over. What are we going to do? How about we light a fire? How about we sing a few songs? Kind of like what Paul Reiser says. He's like, how about we light a fire? Sing a couple songs.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, you guys haven't watched Alien enough.
You haven't watched Alien.
You haven't watched Alien enough.
See, nobody knows what I'm doing, but it's gonna be cool.
Don't alien shame.
Yeah. There you go.
Why are you trying to alienate me?
We're trying to alien shameless.
It is, well, you know, I had somebody on the Tales from the Crypt the other day. They were like, how can you say The Blob is the best horror movie ever? Blah, 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 blah. The 80s remake. I was just like, it goes where the few films dare to go with killing children. And fuck, man, the nastiness of the practical is just really sweet. I love that movie. I don't know.
Dude,
I actually love it more as the years go by.
I'm so good at fucking this up, man.
I actually
think
love
you should've
The
kept
Blob
going
more
with
the
what
more
you
I watch
had.
it.
Well, I left it alone, so I could go back to it if I wanted.
I mean, like, I look at how much I fucked up the blueprint I got here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in the end, I have like the most generic.
But I'm trudging
Pumpkin
forward, man.
Like, look at this, guys. Yeah, that's pretty fucking generic, right?
That's what I was gonna go for.
Yeah. I was trying to have fangs and trying to.
The actual Halloween pumpkin.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that, and then I upped it.
That's what it's become, guys. Sorry. I'm not. I'm much better with words and sounds and stuff like that as a musician. I am not. Yeah, seriously.
Sounds.
Yeah.
I'm good at words and sounds.
Take a look around at all the lights and sounds. Sorry, that's a yellow card for you guys.
Oh,
Apologies.
wow.
That's not metal or horror
Take me
or
back
any of
to
that.
fucking middle school, why don't you?
Jeez, Fuego.
Man, hey, I'm sorry. I love yellow card.
My middle school. What?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, you're a youngster. You're
Ah!
a youngster, sir.
Marsha, don't hurt yourself. We
Okay.
can't have that
Marsha,
kind
no.
of shit going on around
I'm
here.
not cut.
Can't
I've got
afford
the
that shit,
slime,
I
the
was
slime
like,
on
wait,
my
cut my whole
arm.
fucking hand off.
Mhm.
I think I need a doctor.
Oh, so I noticed that Cage Dive 3
Oh
is,
shit! Give me back.
Cage Dive 3 is now on the red boxes and the VODs and stuff, so we need to...
Cage Dive 3?
Yeah, the one that we did the
Oh.
trailer reaction for.
We haven't watched that yet?
No, we haven't.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's at Redbox?
It is at Redbox, and it's R-rated, yeah.
Oh, we should fucking go get that.
Come on, man.
So I was thinking, guys,
Yeah.
for Halloween, I know, Marsha, you might not be able to make it down. I know Fuego will be here.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Should we do a Halloween hangout?
I was going to say Chiron wants to be part of it.
Oh shit.
Well, let's do a Halloween,
I love how
hangout.
this is happening.
So we can have people just sign on and
I
talk
just need
to
to
us.
move my wrists.
Oh, right, there it is. Oh, he's been cleaned out. He's missing a piece of his face.
Alright, I think I can see what I was going for here.
Yes, you can.
Are you still trying to do Rick and Morty?
Yeah, I'm doing
Is
Rick
it actually happening?
Yeah. What's happening?
Halloween hangout. That sounds cool. Halloween hangout. Teeth the musical is a good answer, River Soul. Gross. Fucking Teeth the musical.
Teeth, that was the
Fuck
one with
you.
the girls, the JJ,
Yes,
right?
the JJ.
What was it that they said on Happy Death Day? They were like,
Rubber Soul, how dare
that
you?
fine vagina. Was that what the Asian guy was saying when he's like, hey, how'd it go with that fine vagina? And then she's just standing there. I actually loved
Way to
Happy.
ruin it, Fuego.
I loved Happy Death Day, man. That movie
How
was
many
fucking
times do I have
fun.
to tell you I still haven't watched that movie?
I'm not spoiling anything. It's a fun movie. I liked it. It's good.
Oh my gosh, stop talking about it.
Yeah, Fuego, shut up.
I'm like building it up. It's almost gonna be like the next.
You're gonna ruin it for her
follows.
because you're building
Marsha's
it up.
gonna hate it because I'm building it up.
Exactly.
Back to The Walking Dead.
It's pretty good. Yeah, back to The Walking Dead. You know, from the man who doesn't watch The Walking Dead.
Back to the show I don't watch.
Yeah, Marsha, do you think this season is going to redeem the boredom from last year?
I don't know. I didn't like the trailer for the
Really?
season.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't when we reacted
So,
to it.
well, and it could just be the way they cut it together, but I'm just like,
They're still being super mime because I was reading an Entertainment Weekly article, and Cecil, they were like, so we asked what Rick with the beard blah 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 is all about, and the producers wouldn't tell us.
well, they're
And I
dumb
was like, well, because if
it's
you read the comic book,
Oh.
that just like he's been
I
predicting.
don't know what that means. Well,
Yeah,
read
I
the
think
comic
Cecil's
book.
been predicting the time jump for like 2 years to me
Yeah.
when I first started watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's, you guys take note.
Going in.
People who have read the comics know what happens and know what they're gonna like.
I just can't believe they revealed that in the actual trailer. And
They
then they're
did. I couldn't believe it
It
either.
was, it was a tease for the people who know, though. You know, I mean.
yeah, but then they're like, but to then be like, I'm not gonna say what that's about is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to spoil stuff.
But they did by
But
just
they-
showing
by
it.
doing that,
For the people who know. I mean, for the people
I
who
don't know
don't,
why
they're
you're
going to continue
defending it.
asking
Yeah,
questions.
Fuego, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Why are you defending it? It's
Who are you?
ridiculous.
I'm the well,
It's like saying, it's like showing Santa Claus riding through the sky for a preview for Christmas Eve, and then someone was like, "What's that?" Nothing. Like, that's ridiculous.
What?
I know exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, what are we talking about?
Santa Claus?
I just lost the metaphor at some point. along
Yeah,
the
I
way.
did too. I think. I think I lost everyone on that one.
I got you. Yeah, no, I feel you. Totally like fucking Santa Claus.
Yeah, like
That
Santa Claus.
motherfucker.
Woo,
If
that
he
guy.
doesn't fucking come down the chimney.
For
He
real.
sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
Oh my god, Fuego.
He's hiding in your closet and he has a sharpened rake. That's right. He's
Santa
I thought you were
Claus.
gonna say
Santa
things
Claus.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
with
yeah.
inappropriate.
Oh, just moved so far away.
so far away, so far
Okay.
away, so
Yeah.
far away. Yeah.
Gosh,
Should do some bangs to my pumpkin
Come here.
here, but
What?
the skin
Cougar
is
Choir.
so hard.
Chiron is the shit, guys, says Rubber Soul.
thank you, dude.
Have you guys seen the 1979 film Nosferatu the Vampire with
Yes,
Isabel
I fucking
and
have.
Klaus Kinski?
German movie was amazing, man.
Says Miss Morning.
Yes, so good, so good. Some people actually think that's the best vampire movie that's ever been made.
Some
It's
people-
debatable.
Yeah.
What do you think the best vampire movie ever was made?
From Dusk Till Dawn, I fucking love From Dusk Till Dawn.
That's a good vampire movie.
Yeah, it's
I would give you that.
really good. The fact that it
The
turns from
original?
yeah, the sequels are terrible, and I never watched the
No,
TV,
TV
series,
show,
but
though.
no, you see, for me, From Dusk Till Dawn is so good because it starts out as literally what Grindhouse should have been.
Literally.
And then, yes, literally, it starts out as what Grindhouse should have been, and then the second half of the movie is like insane horror after being your typical Tarantino movie for the first half. Because they co-wrote the script together. So Robert Rodriguez directed it, but Rodriguez and Tarantino, who were buddies, they co-wrote it, and Tarantino stars in it. He's kind of a schmuck in it, I must say.
Kind
But,
of.
he's
He's
a
a creep.
he's a disgusting schmuck in it, but
You know, watch it for yourself.
Yeah.
yeah. Make up your
Decide
own.
what level of schmuck.
Make
he
up
is.
your own. No, but I have to say that was the first movie where I was like, okay, I suddenly like George Clooney because I had only seen him up to
Dude,
that
George
point.
Clooney's the bomb.
I had only seen him up to that point because we're talking 95, you know. So at that point, I'd only really seen him in ER, and he was like the ER heartthrob, whatever. But I watched that movie, I was like, damn, this dude is legit.
One
He had
fine
that fucking
day.
fake big ass.
You
awesome
look
tattoo
at
going.
me. I like that movie.
I love One Fine Day. It's so good.
It's one of my favorite romantic comedies.
Mine too.
Sleepless in Seattle.
No, I win, Marsha.
No, I said it first.
I like Sleepless in Seattle.
Obviously, I mean it more.
Sleepless in Seattle. Oh, that's
good.
good. What a bitch.
You got mail.
What Women Want.
Love that one,
Yeah,
actually.
that was good actually.
Oh. And starring the man who has no idea.
Mr. Mel Gibson. Although, damn, I always had the weirdest.
What are you
crush.
talking about, Sugar Tits?
You had a
I
weirdest
always
crush
had the
on
weirdest
Bill?
crush on. No. I had the weirdest crush on Helen Hunt, like ever since Mad About You. I don't know why.
What's that?
Because
Oh
she's
my
not-
God, did you go
She's
nuts?
not like smoking.
Did you go
fun.
nuts in the movie with Jack Nicholson where she draws a bath with her naked bath?
No, I've seen the other movie where she actually gets naked. But,
As
Oh,
good as it
shit.
gets. As good as it gets.
yeah,
that's
dude,
what I was
that is a great movie actually. As good as it gets. Jack Nicholson, written by James L. Brooks, the Simpsons guy. That's a great movie.
Yeah, way to invoke the movie I just talked about.
Yeah, just.
I know, man, I know. I'm just kidding.
You're just being mean to Jaime. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's so much peeling. Why did I take on this?
So how's everybody's pumpkins going?
Mine is actually finally getting there, but
you know,
I just want some bangs on this motherfucker.
I will have cut out all of the pieces, but I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna be looking at.
Cut your life into pieces.
I'm actually kind of surprised at what's going on with mine. I'm kind of pulling out
Probably
just a
shouldn't.
little bit.
I need to cut away from my face.
Suffocation, no breathing.
I haven't checked the chat and I got
Yes,
no.
please check.
I'm
the
surprised
chat.
Owen's going, Marsha's
Sex
gonna
change
kill
on
someone.
the-
Like, come on, cutting it like this, like.
Jaime is close by, Marshall will kill Jaime.
That's so dangerous. But I almost got it. Can you tell what I'm doing, Andrew?
Your teeth are like kind of bad.
Blade 2 just
A stormtrooper?
Blade
No.
2, did somebody say Blade 2? Holy shit, I love Blade 2. Guillermo del Toro.
Blade 2, Blade 1, man. That's the
Okay.
frost.
Deacon
Stephen Dorff
Yeah.
is pretty goddamn good.
Dustin
Just
Frost.
the rave,
Yeah.
Hipster Blade, man. I love hipster
the
Blade.
rave
Dustin
scene
Frost.
with the blood at the very beginning alone
Yeah,
is
man.
so awesome. I remember
What's the
sneaking.
smell?
I snuck into that movie actually. I was like maybe 14 when it came out, and we had our buddy buy us tickets, and then we like snuck into and stuff. And fuck yeah, man, that basically even before X-Men kind of started the
So
modern.
sexy.
Yes, exactly.
The modern sexiness.
Modern sexy. We're bringing sexy
Gee,
back.
what about Jeepers Creepers the musical?
Please now.
I think it would have made it a better movie.
Let the Right One In was fucking killer, but the remake Let Me In was fucking killer minus. So
Well,
A plus and A minus.
Yeah, well, you see, that's a film that I don't think needed to be remade, personally. You know, the Swedish film was so flippin' good that I was honestly, I
but
went.
it was Chloe Grace Moretz.
I know, and she did a good job, but I just went in with kind of that aggravation about the fact that it was being remade when I didn't feel like it was necessary so soon.
Oh, it sounds like a personal problem.
It totally was a personal problem.
Get over it.
The Swedish film
Yes,
is
get over it. Like Andrew
tons
said.
better, man. Tons
Get the
better.
fuck over it.
You're over it.
I'm over it.
I'm over it, man.
I love her, man.
Sexy pants. I know, like, I'm making a mess. Did you think about this one?
Yeah. Okay, so now I've got some thingy. I did the most just cliched. There you go, guys. That is
There
that's
you
a
go.
carved pumpkin.
Not rock over.
That's right.
Well, I think I got mine pretty much done too.
Oh, man.
I've got slime all
I'm
over
not
my
got
even
both sides
halfway
done.
done
I'm gonna
mine.
slime.
Mine is not very specific or
I'm gonna slime up my bear.
it's gonna work it. It's gonna
Work.
Girl, work it. Oh, work that thing. Don't make it rain because you're
Alright,
me
so I'm
insane.
gonna put one of these in here.
Does anybody remember Krispy Kreme 2012? Probably not. Ah, damn. the baddest of them all.
You're
If
trying
you
to
ain't got no money, then
get
I
everyone
don't
to
mess with y'all.
remember something from 2012, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
It's actually
reference,
some very funny rap that I think
good up-to-date
I
reference.
remember
Mercer
it, I
actually
guess,
never-
yes.
Remember that kid?
I
remember
That
that
kid
kid.
was funny as fuck, dude. He
was
ended up
funny.
getting sued by Krispy Kreme and had to change his name.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking.
You got
good
sued
way.
by Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
All right. Mine's ready to show.
So we still got to put like the little candles in there and such,
Yep.
right?
Yep. I have a candle for you too.
Ah. So, amigos, what should we discuss here? I'm trying to think.
I'm sure one could think.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'll
we
check the comments in just a second,
Yeah.
guys.
So we got Tragedy Girls
Here.
later this week, which is pretty cool. That's actually a film that has the girl who played Megasonic Teenage Warhead, also the girl who played Storm in the most recent X-Men Apocalypse. The two of them are. It feels very Heathers, as me and Cecil
So,
both
Marsha,
mentioned.
tell us you can go on Tuesday to see Spookers with us.
The fuck is Spookers?
Spookers is the first trailer reaction we did for the one about the documentary about the haunted house people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have the fall showcase. Jason
The fall showcase
emailed me
is up
back.
at the 101
Yeah.
Theater
Oh sure.
on Tuesday.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
What about Tragedy Girls?
Yeah,
on
I won't be
Thursday?
able to. I don't know that I'll be able to for sure get to those other two. I can for sure get to the Tuesday one. Brittany won't be able to make it to the other two, and it just depends on when I'm done with my.
Okay. Well, the one thing Jason, he didn't really specify how many tickets he was giving us. He was like, "Yeah, man, we got you guys covered." And it's the other festival guy, the like taller white guy with the glasses.
Mhm.
That yeah, he's the actual full-on festival director. So, but yeah, Patrick is like vacationing out of the country right now, according to
Oh shit!
according to Monty.
Oh shit!
Holy shnikes!
Holy shnikes! I've
Mm.
got a Mikey.
Mhm.
I got a hole over here.
I
That's what
apparently
she said.
didn't cut the top just right, so it's gonna fall through straight every time.
I
So,
tried to
so,
tell
so,
you.
so,
You definitely gotta go
The
in
way
it.
you said it is.
You gotta go in it.
Okay, so,
So it's gonna fall.
comments.
What the fuck did you do, you motherfucker?
I just
I
let
gave you
you,
my
I just let
motherfucker-
your phone down.
I think I did cut myself.
Okay.
I'm trying to run a stream and Carpet Pumpkin and read comments.
Triple H as well. I don't know what you're talking about, Edward D, but I was a big fan of the Click back in the day, and I still love Triple H. I'm happy that he has ascended in the ranks.
Triple
She is,
H.
yeah,
Does this look like
Hunter
a-
Hearst
Does
Helmsley.
this look like a
He used
ring?
to
Yeah,
come and bow
pretty close.
accordingly. It was very funny.
I fucking suck at carving pumpkins, man. Does this look like this guy?
Oh,
Bow
my
to
God,
the
this is
master.
so
Does this fucking
Break it
look
down.
like
No,
this?
no, no, no. No, 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 kinda.
Kinda.
No.
Why are you singing Degeneration X right now?
Degenerate! It's just so damn fool. I just got tired doing what you told me to do. That's a
I gotta
brace,
do more
boy.
now, dude.
That's a brace, little man.
Sandra
Break
asks,
it
"What's
down.
a film that grossed you out?" Mine was Audition.
Sleepaway.
Yeah, Sleepaway Camp for Andrew for sure.
Honestly, it's a very poignant film to discuss right now, especially with all the Harvey Weinstein shit. Starry
I'm
Eyes.
sorry. I tried.
See, I
I
would say
love Starry Eyes, man. That movie is as gross as Hollywood gets. It's so fucking good. I think it's still
I
streaming.
would say any
on
of the
Netflix
I
right
Spit
now.
on Their Graves. I don't like those graphic
Yeah,
rape
the
scenes.
rape revenge horror.
Not a big
I
fan of those.
cannot watch that sort of stuff in a film. I just really.
All right, I'm gonna show the crowd mine. My very basic. The Horror Show. Yeah.
Really? Thanks, Rob.
The Horror Show.
Wow.
In big fucking ridiculously huge letters.
All the ideas you had.
Yeah, fuck off.
All the ideas you printed up, and you end up with that.
Well, at least I did the horror show. Did any of you guys do anything horror show related?
No.
All right then.
This whole fucking thing is horror show.
I've done lots of stuff horror show related.
Look, you can actually kind of see that it says the horror show. That's kind of cool.
You're amazed that it says the word.
Oh, I thought you were just carving windows. Now I can see that it has words. Fuck you, Chase. Fuck you, Chase. Love you, buddy. You dick. Look at it. Actually looks like it says the horror show from this angle. Look at.
Kind of does.
Yeah, I know, kind of.
Because it does say the horror show.
Well, there we go. Yes. Nice. Nice, huh? No, I'm not Milton, Rob. Come on, buddy. I'm awful. This will not stay. Triple H reference from Blade. Well, yeah, he was in Blade 3, right, Edward?
All right, so I will
that
be
movie
manning the
was
comments from here on out since I'm done. We will not miss anything.
Man, that movie was so bad. I hated Blade 3, dude. It just aggravated me. Even Van Wilder couldn't save that film. He was the only redeeming portion of that third Blade film.
Dude, it won't stick.
Yeah. Blade Trinity.
Hang on, I want to try something real quick. I want to try something.
That's what she said.
See if this works.
I
can't call-
I can't say this at all.
I can't carve my
So,
Just want everybody has a candle in that too.
Come on.
I don't have a candle in mine.
it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, we need votes from the peeps though.
Where'd it go? Oh man, I lost it. Damn it.
Dino says the horror show pumpkin. Cool.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, man.
Why the fuck not?
Works.
Mm-hmm. Some guys are good at giving high fives. Some guys have parents that are still alive. Does anybody watch John LaJoie?
I don't think so.
Show me your genitals. Genitals. Show me your genitals. Your genitalia! I guess not.
I'm talking to the audience.
It's an amazing YouTube guy. He was on The League.
Have we seen Albino Farm with Chris Jericho? No, I do not. I have not seen Albino Farm.
Yeah, I've listened to Chris Jericho's metal. It's okay. Yeah. I was never a big Jericho fan, man. I mean, whether he chopped his hair off or whatever. The Wolves of Jericho. He was always like Y2J or whatever. I was always so much more a fan of, I don't know. Not his stuff.
So, guys, I will say I failed spectacularly on doing the pumpkin version of Rob's logo. However, you will be able to get access to a t-shirt with that logo on it.
Yeah, you can.
Producer Dave is going to have his hand on digitizing this logo that Rob drew up. And then we're going to add it to our merch store, which, by the way, if you guys haven't, please check out our merch store. It's in the description box down below under merch store. I actually just this past couple of days added a bunch of really cool new horror themed designs, which I just showed everyone here.
Yeah.
Like, which ones did you like, Fuego?
Oh, dude, the one that I especially loved was the Stranger Kills, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's lots of throwback stuff too. Before big time, Freddy.
I thought
Jason,
the Maniacs shirts were great.
Yeah, that was cool too.
Maniacs
Yeah,
stuff.
there was two different ones.
Yeah,
one
Maniacs
was,
and Maniacs 2.
Yeah, one was a little more modern. Maniacs 2 had like Ghostface from Scream and stuff on it. So yeah, all of those were timely, obviously, and super cool. I was a big Animaniacs fan, and yeah, good idea, bad idea, good idea. Buy one of those shirts.
Bad idea. Passing up on this offer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the rain is messing up my internet. So behind.
No.
Alright. Video game for a while.
Parker Posey killed Blade 3 for me, says River Soul.
I actually love Parker Posey.
Vince Richard!
In certain roles, Rob, I love Parker Posey. Waiting for Guffman, I really liked her in that.
Vince Richard says, Fuego, yes, that guy has some funny stuff. Guns don't kill people. I kill people with guns.
Yes. I'm actually thinking now of the Happy Gilmore, right? Where the guy has the shirt on, guns won't kill people, I kill people.
Yeah.
Super funny. Hey, Shooter, I'll be at the Sizzler if you want to join me over there.
All right, so I don't know what everyone's talking about exactly. Ashley October says, love the pumpkins. Chase Smith says, must have been waiting for the Halloween remake, Rob. I don't know. You guys are having a conversation.
Oh, back and
Nikki
forth.
Nicole, you guys should do a show where you discuss the top 5 conspiracy theories or something like that. That's not really horror. That's just
Yeah, I'm not into that shit.
political. No,
Yeah.
I'm not really into political shit at all.
9/11 was a fixed job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What a
not into
lead
that.
off.
No, not into conspiracy theories. Really.
No, not so much my thing either. Yeah. And being the brain trust of most of this a lot of the time, yeah, I don't think that's...
Amanda Stone
Sorry.
says, good idea, Nikki. We're going to be like, no, we don't think so. And then everyone's going to be like, yes, that's a great idea.
Please do it. That's some real life scary shit.
I don't know. Conspiracy theories, really?
I'm honestly not into it.
Yeah, I don't know. Marsha, conspiracy theories?
Depends on what we're conspiring against.
Ooh, Andrew?
Marsha is devious.
I mean, I'm always interested to listen to what's going on, but I'm not a big conspiracy theorist. I'll listen to an argument.
Creepypasta, maybe, says Arcane Nebula.
What? Creepypasta?
You're just gonna trace the whole thing?
Pretty much.
Goddamn tracer.
You're a
mother's
tracer. Your mother's a tracer.
Your mother's a traitor.
I need so much money for the merch store. Did you just look at it, Rubber Soul? Did you see the new
I
designs?
know, yeah.
They're badass,
that's
right?
some cool ass shit.
I found some really cool shit to add to the store.
I've been wanting to get a Hail to Stephen King shirt together. I just don't know.
Oh,
what-
yeah.
I
You
just
should
don't
have
know.
Dirk do it.
I just don't know what it should be.
Yeah.
Honestly,
or
no.
Rob. Rob would help you
No,
out.
no offense to Dirk. I would probably consult Vince, but yeah.
Vince or Rob, yeah.
No.
Vince is awesome. Vince would knock anything out of the park.
Dude, Vince is the one that
I feel like we'd have to pay
Original-
Vince, though, because he
probably
does
would
that.
because his stuff is so fucking good. But Vince is the one that, originally for the Chiron comic for the debut album, because we want to have 6 pages for the little booklet in the CD case and stuff. We were originally thinking Dirk, and after I showed lots of Vince's stuff, they were like, okay, yeah, let's try to consult that guy.
Damn it.
Honestly, guys, Vince Rush.
Vince
I
Rush,
want to say,
yeah.
yeah, Vince Rush, man. Shout out to that cat. He did such an amazing job with this Pennywise comic book that we reviewed during all of our spectacular
I
covers
still
and
am
stuff.
planning to send him my script. I just haven't been able to afford to purchase the full script software to correct it like I used to have. The
For
script
me,
software disappeared off my
Dude,
computer.
he is the ideal guy that I think should make Bracer into a comic book
Yeah,
before
no,
you
I
try to
told him.
shop it as a
No,
fucking
I told
movie,
him. Yeah,
you know?
that's I would. Yeah, I think having Vince do it as a graphic novel, if he's into it,
No.
I think he'd be fucking amazing to
He
do.
has immense talent. It's it's amazing. Yes. Shout out once again, Gus. Yeah.
Here's a thought: put the pumpkin logo on a T-shirt and sell them in October. Yeah, that pumpkin logo sucks ass, guys. It's not great. It's not a great horror show logo.
We got about 10 days left.
No,
of
no,
October, too,
the logo that Rob sent though, the one with the smile around it and everything, we'll definitely do that. Have any of you guys watched Mindhunters, Marsha?
Marcia
Yeah.
is watching it. That's
Watching it
David
right now.
Fincher, right?
What?
David Fincher?
It's David Fincher, the guy who directed Seven and Fight Club and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his Netflix show, and I've heard it's good.
It is really good. The first couple of episodes are a little long, but it's just because they're building up the story. But once you get past that, it's so good.
It's like serial killer investigation show.
Yeah, it's like watching Criminal Minds before there was Criminal Minds. The only downside is that girl from Fringe is in it, and
I saw
years
you
ago.
post about that.
Yeah, I was like, wait, she's in this? But it's okay. Deal with it.
Ms. Morning asked, the movie Maniac with Joe Spinell is good but disturbing. Anyone seen it? I've seen both the original and the remake with Elijah Wood. That one was not nearly as good or creepy as the original. The original had the best gore effects I'd seen in a movie in a long time because the main character leaps up onto the hood of a car and uses a shotgun to blow the head off of the driver. And it
Jeez.
explodes like even worse than Scanners
Oh,
style.
man.
Like
Jesus.
so
And
aggressive.
that's like the epitome of the head explosion.
So aggressive, dude.
Yeah.
It was so amazing. So yeah.
the remake was done completely from Elijah Wood's perspective, right?
Yes,
It's like
I believe
totally
so.
first person.
Yeah. Instead, the other one followed the girls
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, the which girl from Fringe, Olivia?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like Olivia?
No.
Why?
I hate her face.
I
do, I like-
girls and hating other girls.
No, it's her facial expression. She's just like all the time with a dove face, and it's just the same thing over and over and over again, and then her voice is kind of like so flat and emotionless that you're just kind of like, are you sure she's not the serial killer? Just so no.
Sandra, Tucker and Dale, I think you mean, not Tucker and Dave. Tucker and Dale used to be my favorite horror comedy. Now it's definitely the Final Girls. Yeah. Final Girls has taken the top spot for my favorite horror comedy because it actually makes me cry.
Yeah.
Like, it legit makes me cry, so.
That's a movie that we just keep talking about, like, just about every time we get together lately. It seems like, if you guys haven't seen the fucking Final Girls, man, holy schnitzel.
I don't know if I ever bought that Blu-ray. I thought I did.
I thought you did. Dude, they have it at, like, Best Buy for, like, $10. It's, like,
really?
hella cheap, yeah. I actually own it.
I kind of want to go check it. I have it.
Yeah, but Final Girls is fantastic. It has a cast of mostly comedic people, and then Malin Ackerman is great. Kristopher is fantastic in it. The girl from American Horror Story seasons 1 and 3, and then she did like a cameo in season 6 or 7 or whatever it was.
Marsha Chase Smith says, "I know, Marsha. Olivia is the worst."
Yeah. So awful.
Ms. Morning, yes, Tom Savini. Leslie McCann says, "Love Final Girls, good funny horror." Molly Rose says, "Final Girls is so underrated."
Amen.
Old Fart 62 says, "Be right back."
Yes. BRB. I'll be right back.
Right.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
How you guys coming over here, huh?
That's what she said, and I'm doing it.
Oh!
I'm pretty much
Marsha?
I'm getting close.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how to finish her out.
That's what he said.
After you made a funny comment about tracing, I then realized I'm gonna have to start cutting some of this shit out.
Have you seen Chasing Amy or Tracing Amy? I should say.
I have not.
Oh my goodness, it's fantastic.
Favorite funny horror movies or anything with riff tracks? I love a good Mystery Science Theater over a fucking horror movie. I haven't seen riff tracks, but I know it's a lot of the people from Mystery Science Theater.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
So I would probably love that too.
Yeah.
Anyone besides me and Fuego love Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows?
Me.
Asks Sandra. You like Blair Witch 2?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I like Blair Witch
didn't
2 also.
Hello.
I think
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking good. Yeah.
The second, I tell you what,
Especially the soundtrack.
when we
The
rewatched it,
soundtrack is so good.
when we rewatched it for our review,
It's so
I
much
actually
more
liked it a lot more.
So much more
It
entertaining.
is
than the
really
original
stupid
movie.
in a lot of ways, but I liked it a lot more than I used to.
Well, because it borrowed into the mythology and stuff, but as far as like trying, yeah, it totally broke the fourth wall. And you know what?
I still like the new one more than that, though.
Really, the one that
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't Mike Flanagan. It's the guy who's doing
Adam Wingard.
Adam Wingard.
Yeah,
the guy
no,
who
I
did,
like that.
the guy who
that
did
did
Death
the Death Note. Oh, God.
The less we say about Death Note, the better, my friends.
Yeah, no, I really like the new
So
Blair
bad.
Witch. Chase did not like it, apparently. Is Containment a good show? I've never seen it. Flip it to Hippo.
Yeah.
Let's see. Adam, 2 good movies, Wingard, says Chase Smith.
Yeah. No, I mean
You're next, right?
Yeah, he did. You're
Because
next.
I still,
honestly,
I
he's
still
like,
haven't
he's like
bought
2
in
for
on the You're
4.
Next
I
bullshit.
He's like 2 for
You're
4, 2 for 5 right now.
I thought it's okay. I don't think it's the revolutionary thing everyone makes it out to
Not
be.
at all.
Not
I thought the
revolutionary, but
Strangers was so much fucking
Strangers
better.
was way better.
You know, those are
So
the
was
guys,
the Crazies.
those are the guys that I get fucking confused because Flanagan and Wingard, they
The
both
Guest.
came
I don't
up
know
at
if I
about
watched
the
The
same
Guest.
time, and they both did similar home invasion films and stuff, and then they branched out and whatnot. But I still need to watch Abstention, man, because people
You really do.
still,
It's
people
amazing.
still tell me. I saw it. Excuse me, at Zia the other day for like $5 now.
I have it. Why don't I just loan it to you?
Hmm.
Ow, ow, ow. Well, because you'll never fucking watch it. You have everything else that You need to watch Hatchet 2
You
and
have a few
3.
of mine. You have the Judge Schnepp film.
I'll give it back when
You
I
have
do it.
oh I know.
That's not for the show, son.
No, sir. You know what's funny? Even though I keep telling everybody that I'm gonna do a full Infotainment relaunch on a different channel, I keep getting subscribers on the old channel that I'm not even doing anything on right now.
Really?
Yeah, all during the
Don't break.
Tales from the Crypt stuff because I mentioned Fuego
Oh.
and so forth. So I keep getting these new people on there. And I'm just like, oh no.
I need glue. I need glue.
Hi, Nexie.
Who was like the Tales from the Crypt coverage, y'all? It's
We're in the middle of Tales from Cryptober.
Yeah, it was a labor of love 2 years ago that I did when I had first joined the horror show, and so I was trying to like do something complimentary, but I mean,
Rubber Soul says, if I get out there next spring, we need a K. Smith marathon. When would you get out here, Rubber Soul?
yeah, Rob. If you're,
You're welcome. We have a spare room over here.
Yeah, as do I. So you wouldn't have to worry about lodging, obviously, homeboy.
Stay here. It has your artwork, and we can do a lot of coverage.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Although Fuego does have band stuff. So
yeah, I've got like full guitar,
bullshit,
amps, drums, recording.
If you want that
all
bullshit, then you know.
all that stupid stuff.
Let's see. All right. I love your Tales from the Crypt segment, says Nikki Nicole. Really enjoying
thank
it.
you, Nikki. It was once again labor of love, and it's cool to transplant it from my personal channel over here to the horror show, where I think there's like a little bit more of the intended audience, you know, as opposed to, you know, over there. Although, when I was looking, the movies review that I did, there was a movies
Are
review
you
that I
seriously
did.
trying to fucking glue it?
She is. Your pumpkin is dead, Mama.
I hope somebody saw that.
Yeah, I did not happen to see it.
I'm like, why isn't this coming out? And I open it all the way up and I push all the way.
Splooge.
Oh, I'm glad I'm
Skeet,
wearing this shirt.
Skitty.
Chase Smith says, behind the mask. That dude needs to find the money for
The
a sequel.
man behind the
Sandra
mask.
says, I own Behind the Mask, very underrated film. I love Behind the
I love
Mask.
Behind the Mask. It's one of my favorite movies.
Did we do a review of that yet?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
It was before I joined the show. Yeah.
Oh my god, so it was one of the first ones
Back
we did.
when I was a fan of the show.
Yes! We
I
are
watched-
Behind the Mask hipsters!
Yeah, so, because, dude, that stretches back like 4 years ago almost. Like
Almost?
4 years
Yeah,
ago.
no. Well, hey, bitch, don't fucking... Our 4th year ends at the end of this year.
I'm like,
No, don't make me older than I need to be, motherfucker.
I don't think this has been
Oh, man.
Work.
Marsha is having problems with her pumpkin. I'm bossing that.
Work, bitch, work.
Girl, work it. Oh, work that thing. Gonna make it rain because you're driving me insane.
Lexi, go to the store
Krispy
and get us some food.
Kreme 2012.
Who wants some Domino's?
They deliver.
And well, we're close enough that they don't need to.
Okay, so Stranger Things Season 2 predictions.
Go.
Do you
Stop.
have a...
Go.
Yes.
A
Stop.
toothpick? I don't know.
I'm hoping that Steve does not get broed out and supremely like friendly with everybody, like the trailers are telling us he is. Makes me mad. I want him to
Grow out.
Yeah, I
Roll
want
out.
I honestly want the girl to end up with the buyer's boy.
Top, back.
Yeah, get that buyer's boy, get them back together. They
They're not
seem
gonna
like
get
they're totally going to.
These
I
don't even
hold
know
out
what
hope for love.
Oh,
What?
man.
Steve is a schmuck, yo.
I feel
Do you like
Shit ton of
Steve?
batteries that I almost bought today.
Do you like
Um,
Steve?
What
Steve's
about
okay.
Marsha?
Yeah.
So Marsha is apparently a big fan of Steve on the Stranger Things show. I am not.
10,000 of Steve's baby.
But
Yes. After she has her current one, obviously. However,
Yeah,
no, I'm actually super stoked, guys. Friday, or technically Thursday night at midnight for all of the West Coast, you know, whatever people. We are gonna get Stranger
Is that what you're gonna say?
motherfucking
Is that what you're gonna
Things.
say, Marsha?
Not to toot our horns, but that was a show that we heard
I have a
was
paper
good.
clip I can give you.
You know, from lots of the horror community before it debuted, and so we were actually ahead of the curve, thankfully, when it first went up. We are totally bragging because, as Marsha and Cecil can attest to, we watched that first season like in a night and a half. We had a slumber party. We watched all the episodes. We finished it off the next day. We went and got
Squeeze it
McDonald's breakfast. We gave those
Like it's
corporate
good.
assholes our money, and yeah, damn, we were
Here,
so
wait,
sad
wait,
at the
yeah.
very end when they're
very
playing their Dungeons and Dragons game,
Yeah.
and it seemed like, you know, everything was back to normal, everything was cool. So this is one that, since the show has become a massive cultural phenomenon at this point, yeah, I'm intrigued to see how things have changed with a higher production value, but I'm really hoping that it retains that just kind of you know, well, closeness and tenderness and stuff like that that made the original show so awesome. You know, it was very, very Stephen King, very Steven Spielberg, both of the Steves, I guess you could say. And so
Both them Steves.
yeah, both them Steves, and yeah, I'm quite excited for it. So I hope all of you are as well, and we look forward to bringing you that coverage today. So this week, salute.
But I could probably use that.
Yeah.
For what?
So I'm trying to fill the empty space,
There you go.
peeps.
There you go. You got 4 toothpicks right there.
Our fearless leader, my cohort in crime, is about to sit back down and probably check some comments for you guys.
Philipod Watch Near Dark. People Gotta Die in Stranger Things. Bad Moon. Bad Moon is a very underrated werewolf movie.
I
Old
agree.
fart. What?
Yeah, Bad Moon
Bad
is fucking
Moon?
awesome, dude.
Bad Moon
The-
sucks
The
dick.
opening.
Dude, Bad Moon is
The
the
opening
worst fucking werewolf movie I've ever seen in my life. They reused the same shot of the
Bad-
werewolf in the
Bad
bush.
Moon?
Bad Moon.
Bad Moon. Really?
I think
love
we're talking about the same movie.
I'm not sure if we're talking about the same movie. I love the opening kill in Bad Moon. Oh, it's so good.
From the 90s.
It was like 98, maybe?
Fuck you. Bad Moon sucks, dude.
The latter
Really?
half of it is bad, man. But
They reused the same shot of the werewolf 3 times coming out of the bushes. It's the worst.
Wow.
No. Fuck Bad Moon. Fuck Bad Moon.
Fuck Bad Moon. Cecil
American
spoke-
Werewolf in London kicks ass. Dude, I'll take American Werewolf in Paris over Bad Moon.
Really? The one with
Any
the,
day of the week.
Really? The one with the girl from...
The one with the guy from Dead Man on Campus.
Yeah, Dead Man on Campus.
He
and
said
then-
girl, you said guy.
Well,
What's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on here?
but it's the
Trying to
girl.
follow the conversation.
It's the girl from all those amazing movies that Richard Linklater did, Before Sunrise, Before Sunset. People like, I love it. It's Julie Delpy or something like that. She's a French actress. She's really fucking good, man.
Mount McEnroe, I honestly like Cursed. I actually like Cursed too, the Wes Craven horror movie.
Yeah, which
The
got
Wes Craven
delayed,
horror movie?
delayed over and
Where the
over
werewolf
and over
flips
and
off
over.
the camera.
Yeah. And that had Pacey and Christina Ricci
Christina
and all
Ricci.
kinds of fucking
Ricci?
people.
Did you call her Ricci?
I didn't say Ricci.
Christina Ricci.
Ricci.
Who's that fucking thing?
Wolfen, Sandra Wellbrenner says is good.
Yeah, that's an 80s one that a lot of people like.
We're
How
on
about the
home
Howling-
stretch here, Cecil.
How about the Howling 3, the Marsupials in fucking Australia?
The Howling 3 Marsupials in fucking Australia? Is that the
Yeah.
title?
Oh my lord.
What did you do?
Careful. He
What, did you
whacked
funny
his
bone
arm.
yourself?
I might have.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
The Howling
Feeling in
3
my
scared the
elbow,
shit
coming
out of me because the back cover images.
Hey,
It was
wait.
there was this girl who had a weird little monster coming out of her stomach, and I had nightmares. I can't even
So
remember.
are we not doing the Stranger Things sleepover then?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that.
The 27th. When is that?
Well, the 26th is when it goes live.
26th or 27th at
Well,
midnight?
well, the 26th at midnight.
26th at midnight.
Yeah,
When
which
is that?
Thursday. Yeah.
Hmm.
You have so many.
Yeah, we might not be able to do
Assets.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
playing
you
a show on the
should,
27th here in Mesa, though, at Scarizona. And I was wondering if you think we should try to film anything when we do that show. Because they have zombie paintball where people are dressed up as
That's
zombies.
Scarizona?
Scarizona. Yeah, it's basically the East Side's version of the Cornfield Craziness Beer Con that we went to. Yeah. So they have 3 different screen parks. They have.
Are they going to get us in for free?
I can inquire. We're playing the show and making $100 for playing 45
What day?
minutes. It's Friday the 27th.
I want us to go and do on Halloween. I would like us to. I want to reach out to a couple of parks and go. Brittany, you and I, and Marcia, if she wants to go,
I
and
can't.
Fuego, and Andrew, if he wants to go. I want to go and do the news from the haunted park
Cool.
and do a walkthrough
Careful, Zach.
and do a live review afterwards. I want to do that.
I'm down.
On
I just
Halloween.
can't do any
Thing.
haunted houses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Marcia, we miss you.
Just in case someone jumps out, something happens, I can't be knocked down.
You think your baby will drop right out?
Well, you don't want to be punched in the stomach or
Do
knocked
they normally
down.
punch us in the stomach?
No,
I've
but
never had that
people
happen.
get dangerous in those.
They're not
things.
allowed to touch you. What are you talking about?
Not them. I'm not talking about the
Real
haunters.
chainsaws.
Oh, you're talking about us?
I'm talking about other people trying to run away and they bump into you, they trip you, it's just too dangerous. I'm not gonna chance being knocked
I got
down.
no idea how this looks right now, but
Ginger Snaps is awesome, says Arcane Nebula.
Oh,
I
that
agree.
is
Love
that
Ginger
is
Snaps.
another
Okay.
werewolf movie.
Arcane Nebula, thank you for watching me play South Park today. That's a shout out if I've ever seen one.
Woo!
Bad Moon bombed worse than Plan 9 from Outer Space, says Dr. Metal Freak. I agree. That fucking movie sucks.
Plan 9? Really? You're gonna go that far? Oh my god, that is.
Chase Smith, she's not even supposed to go to a concert, and you want to take her to a haunted house.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Because I believe in Marsha and her ability to withstand shit.
Marsha's tough as fuck, you know.
I am, but I got a baby.
Chase Smith says the first two Cold Prey films, those are very overlooked. I think I have those. Those are foreign, right? Cold Prey. Aren't there 3 of them, Chase? I actually have the Cold Prey movies. I've been meaning to watch them. They're foreign slasher movies that take place in the mountains on a ski area, I believe. In the mountains at least, hence Cold Prey.
Yeah.
It's a slasher.
I'd be intrigued about the setting, you know, because I
have them. I would like to watch
Sweden,
them.
Norway, lots of spots over there. It's like all about skiing and they're.
So Fuego, remember tonight you still have to review 1922, and we still have to review the Halloween CD from Midnight Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that today too.
Yeah.
I don't know how this fits.
All right, we gotta hurry this up, guys.
All
How we
right,
doing?
Yes, we do.
I think.
Working on
To watch 1922. I'm excited to talk
All
about
right, who
it.
needs a candle?
I do.
I will need a
I'm
candle
gonna
very
clean out the
soon.
rest of this stuff.
Here's a candle for you. I'll have to steal the
Is
tea light
someone
out
gonna
of the
vote
thing.
on who they like the best?
Yeah, everyone can vote on who they like the best.
There you go.
And I didn't say which pumpkin they like the best. I just
Who they like the best? Well, fuck, I'm out then.
Alright, I just need to clean this up a little bit.
Clean it up.
Andrew, let me get you a tea light.
Little bit.
Thank you.
Little bit.
Did you light your candle for you?
Shit.
Well, I did. So, yeah, it's still rolling.
Alright. Where's my candle?
Right, Jared.
I don't know if I cleared everything out, but whatever.
Alright, I need a light.
Give him the light,
I need
or
a
give her the
light.
light.
I need a light.
I need a light. Light.
Alright, so what's this one?
This
This is Morty.
I need a
This
light.
is
That
Morty.
feels independent of you, if that's something.
I know, and I can't feel it.
It's very weird.
I'm like, I can't feel it either. Alright, can I please have a lighter?
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Fuego, put your fucking pumpkin up. Do you see the rest of them up here at the front?
Yeah.
Pay attention, son.
Sorry, Duder.
Dude. Sorry, dude.
Alright.
Sorry, Duder.
Are you lit?
Yeah.
You're barely lit. You're off to the side. You're a mess in here, Fuego.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh,
There we go. That's right.
Perfect.
Where's your top, Andrew?
Oh, it's right here.
You're not lit either?
No, I'm trying to
Kind of
reload.
go to the side.
Reload.
There we go.
Reload. I'm suddenly thinking of Virtual Cop. Reload.
Reload.
Reload. Reload.
Mine's sparkly. I wonder what it looks like when it's sparkling.
And it sparkles.
I wonder if it sparkles in the dark.
All right, hurry up. We gotta put it in the dark. Yeah. Andrew.
Why, dude?
Hurry up.
Alright,
All right. Here we go, y'all.
Shut it down.
shutting it down.
Dude, did I pull it off? Ah, it looks kind of stupid.
Oh, I like him. Yeah.
Shut that off.
Oh, yeah.
You shut that off.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
That is the
Andrew,
horror
I kind of
show.
fucking like yours,
Yeah.
man.
All right, I got a Rick on the other side.
The Morty is badass, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that.
Good job.
Yeah.
Look at that. Andrew did 2 in the time that we got to do 1.
Mine's technically 2 because it's 2 pumpkin faces.
I like yours too, Marsha. The skull and the fucking thing. That's fucking awesome.
Nobody likes
dude.
mine.
Yeah, the skull and the devil horns and fucking jack-o'-lantern and everything.
All
You
right.
actually have 3 in
Chase
yours.
Smith says Marsha because Olivia and Fringe suck. All right, we got to vote. Come on,
Yeah,
where's
guys,
the vote?
give us your votes. Do you like the horror show? Do you like Andrew? Do you like Fuego,
Nobody
do you
likes
like
mine.
Marsha?
Rolo.
Cecil gets my vote, says one person.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Man, Andrews is like bright and shiny.
Hell
Fucking
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, god damn you,
I got a
sir.
thin pumpkin. I carved the
Go
shit
back to your
out of it.
Morty. I think your Morty is just a slight bit more impressive.
I don't know. I like your.
You like the Rick? I like the Morty a lot. The Morty he nailed for sure.
I feel like he did a fantastic. Oh, Jesus, you did both?
Yeah.
That one. Do you see that? I don't recognize as somebody who doesn't watch the show.
Really?
Yeah.
You recognize the Rick, but you don't recognize the Morty.
I do not.
Cecil, Rubber Soul says Cecil.
Dr. Metal Freak says all four are awesome. I can't pick one. Sorry.
Nikki says Cecil for me. Chase Smith says I need to see Morty again. Okay.
There it is.
See more there.
So far, I've gotten 3 votes. Oh
Leslie
shit!
McCann is for Marsha.
Leslie McCann for Marsha.
Yeah.
I think Rick is where it's at. Honestly, Rick is where my vote goes.
Well, you're not the
You're
audience.
not the audience.
So
And he's not horror.
yeah, it's true.
Oh, come on.
They combine a lot
Yeah.
of horror into that show at this point.
For somebody who doesn't watch it, how would you
Chase says,
Oh.
I like Rick, but I gotta go with Marsha.
DC the Metal says the Skull one. So that's Marsha.
Marsha might be running away with it here. Late.
Marsha's Punisher. I like the Skull one. It looks like it's 2 versus 3. I've got 3.
I'm
Marsha's
out the
got 2.
race. I did 2 goddamn carvings.
God damn,
I'm 2 and 1, motherfucker.
Woo! Andrew is better.
Andrews is better. There you go.
Yeah. I got 1.
All right, so let's turn the lights back on. Let's sit back down. That's fun. That was good. All right, so we don't need all the sit back down. Sit back down. Sit back down. Sit back down.
Happy Halloween, guys.
There's so much pumpkin on my phone right now.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Ah.
Why are you just standing in
Yeah,
front
Fuego,
of me?
what are you doing?
doing?
Jesus. It's all
He's-
about Fuego.
He's pointing at that kill shirt, not really.
Oh, Lord.
I declare
Alright.
a 3-way tie. Fuego must stand in the shame corner.
Wow. Rightfully so. It wouldn't be the first time. Thanks, guys.
All right,
Oh,
Marsha,
I
you want to
think-
sit down and we'll wrap this up?
Oh!
I forgot the crowning thing.
Rubber Soul said Andrew should have done Terry, bitch.
Oh,
you're
Scary
right.
Terry would have been great.
That's what I forgot.
I
Oh,
don't
there
even
you
know
go,
what they're
Marshall,
talking
that
about.
works.
So, yeah, Terry, sure, why not?
Scary Terry.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's live stream / podcast. Again, if you're listening to this on iTunes, make sure you go and check out the actual video feed so you can see what the pumpkins look like, considering it was just a lot of conversation for this podcast.
It really
I apologize.
Yeah.
We're a little
There's
behind.
lot of
Fuego and I
pumpkin.
are going to record a podcast in a bit that'll go up tomorrow, so you'll
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Andrew Rosa.
Press it on, having fun.
Remember,
Stay
scared.
Choose by you. Choose by you. Choose by you. Choose by you.